In this video, we'll compare the Aer City Pack Pro 2 in Ultra versus the version 1 that I have right here. First, we will look at the fit on male and female. Then, for those in a hurry, I will do a quick tour of the features of the Aer City Pack Pro 2. After this, we will go directly to the pros and cons of this one. And after this, we will slow down and take a deeper look at both of them and the comparison between V1 and V2. After this, we'll look at OI Pack, this one and now this one for EDC and business travel. And finally, we will look at who is this bag and also this bag for, and should you upgrade from version 1 to version 2. Let's go! Let's do a quick tour of version 2, so you know what we are talking about. Beginning with the front, a pocket on the front here with a Kilish green interior. The top admin pocket on this side that looks like this with a gray interior. And inside the pocket you have the lime green. So you have some pockets here. Now going directly into the main compartment with a 2-zipper setup. You see it looks like this inside. So here you have some pockets here, like this. One more here. You have a big clamshell compartment here with a sleeve. It looks like this. And here you have the top dump pocket that we will see right now. So this is the one, like this. After this we have the laptop compartment on the back with super soft padding for the laptop suspended. Then you have this, and finally you have this sleeve that doesn't go all the way. Exterior features, you have a water bottle holder on each side with a drain hole in the bottom right here. Side handles that you didn't have before, side handle on the top, side handle here. G-ring here, also G-ring on the harness system. Harness system pretty good, pretty comfortable. You have magnetic stem strap. Here you have luggage pass-through vertical, put on your luggage. And super comfy design here for the harness system. Now the pros and cons from going from V1 to V2. First, we'll talk about the cons. The first one is the lack of side pocket that I liked before, that I used every day as an EDC. It's right here with the Kilish here. So this is gone, good or bad, depends on you. Now it's here in the front. Second con, this bag feels less roomy, I think, than this one. So it has less depth than this one. It's about 1 centimeter, but sometimes it feels more. And the sleeve pocket right here, it takes some space when you load it up into the main compartment. This one felt like a fridge, but it had more depth and it was more roomy, I think, even though there are 24-liter both. And this is also because this one has less depth, but it's actually taller. I will put the dimension on screen. In this dimension, it's about 46, that's advertised 46. Here also it was advertised 46, but it was actually 43. And 46 was only with the top handle here. So it's actually 43. So we will see this in the next part of the video, and this is 46. So it's taller, less deep. So they just took this rectangle here, they switched it here, and then they did something like that. Less depth and taller, if it makes sense. The last con for me, but I'm very picky because it's awesome bags, is the top dump pocket, which is here. It's less roomy. You can see I put my whole hand and I'm like this. And now if I do the same on the old one, so I put my whole hand inside, as you can see, I'm deeper inside. Trust me on this one. Now talking about the pros of this one, of course there is a lot of pro on this V2. And the first one is related to what we just said before. It feels less than a fridge on your back. It's slicker, the design is better, I think. I mean, it's up to you, but I think, yeah, it's way slicker, more aggressive looking, I think. So I really like the look of this new version versus the old one, which was maybe more rational but less design oriented. The second pro, I think, is the incredible self-standing capability of this bag. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they put something here, like when you eat it, you think you eat your laptop, but Actually, no. The laptop is suspended and you hit something here, like a structure, and this makes it stand on its own on almost every surface. If it's empty or not, it doesn't matter. It will stand up. So stand up with the City Pack Pro 2. And the last pro of this one, I mean, I just limit myself to 3, but there are a lot more pros. The last pro is the amazing build quality. This one was already like top notch, even the Ultra version, because it's a little better than the other version. But this one, they just took it to the next level. Every adjustment, every stitching, everything just feels premium. I review a lot of bags and I can tell you Aer is on the top in terms of quality. I'm not sure they are the best, but they are up in the top. Now let's slow down and take the time to take a deeper look at the differences and everything about these two bags. So first of all, we will get it out of the way. You have the dimensions that are advertised and you have the real dimensions. So let's check them out. First of all, maybe we will put this one here and then put this one on the top here. I don't know if you see it. This one is longer than this one. And this one is deeper than the other one. So I think here you can see the difference. They are on the flat surface. This one is smaller than this one in height, right? If we look at the dimensions, I will talk in centimeters, but on this one, the top point is about 46, which is what they advertise on the website. And here they advertised before 46, but actually it's about here, right? Something like this. So it's about 43. And 46 is only if you count the top handle, which doesn't make so much sense because you can just do something like this and then it's no dimensions that you will use. So keep in mind a change in dimensions. Now talking about the depth, this is about 19, was what they advertised before. And on this one, like this, it's more about 18 or even less, I think. It depends on how you pack the front pocket, but it can be even less than 18 that they advertise. They are both empty, and you can clearly see the difference in depth. Talking about the front dimension here, I think there is not much of a difference. It depends on how you look at it, but I think it's about 32 something. It's about the same. We will not go too much into this. Now the comparison on the exterior. First we will see the zipper puller. Here you have the new ones. They are Hypalon, so it's not like the old ones from Aer. This is the same on mine because I have the Ultra version, but if you have another version, it will not be like that. This is the same as the Ultra V1 since 2014 Aer Designs. This is Hypalon. It's stitched here, but you can do this with it. And this was on the Ultra version, so only for the Ultra version, and it was also San Francisco Aer Design since 2014. And the Hypalon is like slimmer here, I think, and thicker on this one. But it's about the same. I like both. This one was good because you could put your finger and use it like that. But this one is also quite nice. Then here is Hypalon. Here is Hypalon. It's kind of the same. You have the same on the bottom here. It was Hypalon. It's Hypalon like this. One difference that you can feel here is there is kind of a frame here. This is, I don't know if it's cardboard plastic, it's maybe plastic. Yeah, there is something. And here it has also something, but it's less hard and different. Yeah, this one feels pretty hard, and even if you hit the bottom with it, it feels like you hit your laptop, which is not the case. But there is something here, and I think that's why it stands up so well, because there is kind of a frame here compared to this one, which was also okay, but it's less hard. The front here, so here you have some stitching on the bottom here. Okay, like the Aer travel packs, for example, and here you don't have that. Maybe it gives it a more aggressive thing. Then you have, of course, the difference in terms of design with the zipper that is higher here. I don't use so much this pocket, so this is why maybe it's more a design change than a utilitarian change. But yeah, I like both designs. This one may be a little bit more aggressive, more sleek looking, but it depends. I like both designs. Then on the water bottle pockets, they look kind of the same, and I think they are kind of the same. But here you have two, here you have one. It's just that here you didn't have this drain hole at the bottom that I showed you before, that you can see right here with my finger. On the first one, if you had water spillage, then you were doomed because the water couldn't get out. This is my main water bottle with a push button like this. It fits perfectly. It's a quite small water bottle, but it fits perfectly in both water bottle holders. Now, since I'm French, maybe you didn't notice it yet, I will put a red water bottle inside here, and as you can see, it fits perfectly. Inside the other one, it fits also perfectly well, no problem. So I I don't have all the models of water bottles, so sorry for that, but it can fit a normal water bottle pretty well. I don't know about the extra large ones. Then here you had the D-ring on the left side and nothing on the right side, and now you have the opposite, so the D-ring is on the other side. Talking about the harness system, actually the Ultra version used the same new harness as the V2, so you have also these hip-along things here, so they use the same. If you had the other version of City Pack Pro, in X-Pack or Cordura, it's not the same, and it's less comfortable, the old one. This one was already very good for me, so I don't see a big change going from V1 Ultra to V2 Ultra, because it's already improved, I think. Just the D-ring is different, but this hardware is the same. For me, comfort is pretty good on both. I think they are one of the most comfortable bags I've used, so both of them are good. I was a little worried about this thing and the fact that it's now in 4 parts, but actually, yeah, it's kind of the same. Maybe a little more comfort here, but it's not noticeable enough to be worried about. Then we talked about it already, but the side pocket, which was very nice, is gone. The top handle that you can see here, before it was very beefy, but it was like this when it's empty, so you feel the whole bag is coming apart. On the new one, it's like this, which I prefer. It's more like, it feels more rugged and everything, but the only thing is when you take it from here, then you know what I mean, the bottom is doing like this. Last thing about the outside, and then we go inside, is the material. So obviously they are both Ultra 400X, which is different from 400TX, like on the ULA Dragonfly. This one is pretty new, but I used it already a little bit, and this one has been used for 7 months, and as you can see, this is what you will get after some heavy use. It's like a patina, and you will see the X pattern way more. I like it, but some maybe will not like this particular look, so keep it in mind if you choose Ultra. Although you can go for X-Pack, which is more in the middle, and then you have Cordura, which is a more standard fabric. Here is the Ultra 400X, pretty new, and as you can see, it looks like this. If I push it from the behind, it will come back a little better, like this. It catches light perfectly. It's not so shiny. It's because I have the light reflecting to it right now. If I close the light, then it looks like this. You don't see anything, but and then this is daylight. As you can see, it looks a little bit like this with daylight. So don't worry, outside it's not so shiny. It's when direct light is put onto it, and then you will have this reflection here. Now let's go to the inside. The front pocket on both of them. You have here the kilish. Okay. The interior is green, like this. The fabric inside on my Ultra and on the V1 and the V2 is the same. So it's a ripstop something. Nothing crazy, not a lot of difference. Just here you have the kilish on the front side. Then on the admin pocket here on the top, you have gray lining. Here you have a mesh like this, kind of a little bit transparent, and then you have the pocket like this. On the new one, the lining is pretty much the same, but you don't have the mesh, and you have this fabric here, which is new fabric, which is kind of nice, super soft and stretchy. I really like it. Then you have also the difference of the zip here. The YKK zip is now gray. It's the color of the fabric you choose. For example, on the X-Pack, this will be orange, and then on the interior, it's the same, green also. Not a lot of difference. Actually, these two pockets are actually the exact same sizes. It's just maybe that this one has less depth like this on the new one, but they are exactly the same dimensions. I was asked a question about it, and I can show it to you right now. It's about 26 here, and here it's also about 26, so don't worry. And for the other dimensions, they are the same. I measured it up. It's just maybe this dimension that is smaller on the new one. Now let's look at the main compartments and the differences between the two. So this is it. Here you have the top down pocket. Here you have a sleeve like this on the new one with the new fabric. On the old one, you had the flappy pocket here with an air tag in the top here. And then you had also this, but it was not as stretchy and it was like kind of normal fabric. Here you have some pockets like this, which is green inside. It's kind of a mesh. Here you have also the same, but no mesh, more standard lining. Here you had a green mesh that was actually more expandable than this one, the new one. So you can fit less inside this pocket than on the old one. And here you have a standard pocket also in green. So that's for the main compartment. Now, what can be interesting maybe is to measure the depth of the compartment. The V1 to the black lining, it was about 12 centimeters, and this one is way less. 12 centimeters is up in the air, it's here, and this one is more 10 centimeters. So the advertisement data is 1 centimeter less in depth, but actually in the main compartment, if I measure it, and I measured it right now, it's about 2 centimeters less in depth. So this is also why it's sleeker looking, because you have less depth. So if you pack your packing cubes or if you pack a lot of cruises to go on a weekend, maybe it will fit less here than on this one, than on V1. Now talking about the top dump pocket, we talked about it already with my hand inside, but the fabric here is kind of the same as the new fabric I talked about in the pockets, but it's green, and so it's not super soft, but it's soft and it's kind of good. The only problem is that it's smaller than on V1. So if we compare it to V1 here, as you can see, it's way bigger here, but it's standard fabric. And on the Aer City Pack Pro standard edition or X-Pack or Cordura, this was like the laptop compartment, very smooth black thing. Now last but not least, we'll talk about the laptop compartment. So here on the new one, you have a very padded and super soft padding for the laptop. It's suspended, like super suspended laptop, and you have the frame here. So my hand is going until here maybe, and there you have a big frame, so your laptop will be safe and sound. Here a middle compartment like this, and now a new kind of tech sleeve here, which is very good. But if you pack some things and some big things, not flat but big things, it will eat up space in the main compartment, and since it's already slimmer, then you have even less space than on V1. Laptop compartment on V1 Ultra, you had no soft lining here, it's standard fabric. Then you have the laptop sleeve, which was also suspended, but maybe a little less suspended, like it goes around here. So now it's more suspended than before. And then you have a pretty big also compartment with a sleeve like this. But actually, I think I prefer the new layout and the new laptop compartment. I think that's about it, about the in-depth comparison. If you have more questions, feel free to ask them in the comments down below, and I will answer them or maybe do a short about them. Now let's look at my load on the Aer City Pack Pro Ultra version 2. If you want to check me changing my load from V1 to V2, there is a short that I did here, so you can click on it. So I packed it as a business travel, but it can also be for one bag travel. So we'll first see business travel and then EDC load. On here, so I didn't put anything because it's pretty cramped with what I packed inside, so I can just access quickly this key leash, but that's all I can really do. We will see everything I packed right after. If I need to access my laptop compartment, I can do it, no problem. So this is nice. I can remove everything if I need to quickly at the airport or in the train. I have access to my top pocket here very easily. To the admin panel, I have access with my phone and with a packable tote and some little things inside here. And now let's look at everything I packed in the main compartment. So let's open it. Ta-da! What I have in the main compartment is a Peak Design packing cube M, and as you can see, it's not fully packed, but as you can see, it gets a little bit out because yes, there is less depth here than on the other bag. Then I have my toiletry kit right here, and then if I remove the two of them, it's my standard load for EDC. So standard load for EDC. Here I have the charger, USB-C Anker 100 watt with the cable. Then here I have a mouse and some little dongles. Here we saw already, and the laptop compartment that we can see again. You have the laptop available, then a headset here, and then a field note here. So I just want to compare one thing with V1, is the main compartment. So you can go back and see the packing cube inside V2 to compare it. But this is the packing cube, the same. I will put it inside V1, and you see on the V2 it was like going a little bit up, and here it's pretty flat with the bag. So this illustrates the depth that we lose on V2, if it may be a concern for some of you. Now after all that we saw, who is this bag for, and also this one obviously, and should you upgrade from V1 to V2, and is V2 better than V1? Well, we will try to answer all this. That is a little bigger. On my side, I like this kind of EDC because I don't feel so much the main compartment, but when I need to go grocery shopping, if I have something I need to grab, I have space inside, extra space that I can use. And if I had, for example, only a city pack, I'm already cramped inside, so I need to use a packable tote or something, just in case. But most of the time, my main compartment is empty. It's full when I use it for one bag travel and for business trip. And on this one, the fact that it's a little less in depth, maybe I will have to pack a little less or to pack in another dimension, so on the higher dimension here, so we have more space on this one. So if you need an EDC that can do it all and that can do one bag travel, business trip, don't look anywhere else, I think. This one is pretty good. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the perfect bag, I think then the V2 here, we are looking at something about 9. I think 9 is a good mark. It's pretty perfect, but I have some little things, some little picky things to say about it. But yeah, it's in the top, really the top top of the game. If you need a bag that is more for everything and less focus on tech, because there is kind of a lot of compartment on this one, you need a more bare-bone bag. I will let you look at the option which is called the ULA Dragonfly. I have a video up here about it, which is super light. It's the Dragonfly Ultra. Super light but very bare-bone, and the build quality is okay but not as good as Aer. But it's pretty up in the game if you need a bag to do everything and more. You can look at it, but some people will not like it because it's not as comfy and as premium as this one. Now, should you upgrade from V1 to V2? Well, so like I said, I used this for 7 months as my EDC. I really like it. I love the side pocket feature here, and I think it's a pretty solid bag. It can last you years and years and years. So if you already have a V1 and you are happy with it, you really like the side pocket, you don't need to upgrade. And also you want maybe to use it as a personal item on airlines because it's only 43 centimeters in height, so it might pass where this one might be a little too tall. So keep that in mind. But then if you are a bag nerd and you want the new version, go for this one. It has improved in a lot of ways. If you need the 2 bottle, if you like me, needed some grab handles on the side, there you go. If you need to protect your laptop very well, go for it. If you prefer the design of having a sleek looking bag rather than something that looks a little bit more like a fridge, but I really love this design. But yeah, this one feels better. It feels smoother. It has the vertical luggage pass-through, which is better. A lot of improvement on this one. The only real con being the side pocket for those who used it, because I know a lot of people weren't using it. This is why they removed it on this one. So is it better than V1? On some areas, yes, but on some others, no. So mainly I think the answer is yes. It's a better bag than this one. But this one was already in the top tier. It's just minor improvements. The first thing is also the look. If you like the look, go for it. If you're still watching here, it's because you like the content, so feel free to like and subscribe to this video and to my channel. It will help me review a lot more bags and to grow the channel and the community. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, put them in the comments down below. See you. Bye-bye.